Hi, welcome. This is Seiso from Loopville TCG, and today I'll be showing off my Claret Sword Dragon premium deck profile. So I'll go from grade 3s, 2s, 1s, 0s, and then grade 4s. So for starters, we have Promising Knight David, just an on-ride draw 1, like staple in every deck. I wouldn't play any Forerunner starter in premium these days. And then for our grade 3s, we only play 4. 4 Claret Sword Dragon. So with Premium, we have a new stride that allows us to copy the skill Claret Sword Dragon. Also, it's a very nice first stride to have as well. Moving on to staples of grade 2s. We have 4 Morion Spear Dragons. So he's our early game beater and also mid game beater as well. So filter, so you can draw cards, ditch grade 1s, get power. Helps fill Claret Sword Dragon skill. Then, this is a bit of an older card, but you run Dark Knight Maiden Maha. So what she basically does is she makes a third rearguard attack that turn. So instead of swinging 3 times, you can swing 4 times. So she basically on boost counterblast 1, if you don't know, counterblast 1 and call grade 1 from deck to the field. So combo is very nice with multi-attacking with more Festa or a new stride as well. And to round it off, I play 9th grade 2, which is just Dark Bright Dragon. So the 9th slot, you can also just play 8 grade 2s, but I like having the 9th one just in case. So what he does, he helps fill the drop zone with grade 1s and also gets power as well. Moving on to grade 1s. So I play the Sentinels in grade 1s. So these are nice early game filters, you have to ride them, and they're grade 1 PGs. Grade 1 nulls, so when they hit the drop zone, they count as grade 1s for Bins for Claret's condition, also Morphesa's condition as well. Next, we have 4 Blue Espada Dragon, probably one of the most important cards in the deck. Helps us fill the drop zone with grade 1s, which is the main goal of the deck, and also allows us, if we mill a Morion or Claret early game, we can get it back to hand to secure it to ride with. Also a nice 18k beater once you hit 5 or more grade 1s. Next, I'll be playing 4 Branwyn. So this is our top 5 grade 3 searcher. So since we only played 4 grade 3s, we really want to hit those grade 3s early if we don't open it. So it just boosts up consistency alongside with Blue Sparta Dragon. Also a nice 13k beater once you have 3 or more grade 1s in your drop zone. Next, I'm playing 4 Skullwitch Domain. I think the Domain engine is too important in both standard and premium. Helps us get any 5k. Any 5k is a tutor in a deck if you have Domain. Especially with the upcoming Superior Ride support with PBD. This card is really good. Now for the main targets, I'm just playing 2 Sword Breakers. Early game, nice draw engine. Get the draw off, get pieces. Then you sack them off later. And then I play 2 Charon. So this is basically my Maha core target. So all he does is countercharge 1 for a Soul Blast. So very crucial. I think in this deck, only 2 cards can call it off. One of them is Maha, and the other one is a Stride. But we do need to countercharge sometimes. For triggers, we are playing 12 Criticals. I think 12 Criticals is the way to go for Claret Premium. Helps us just beat down early game and have just crit pressure every turn, especially on the Stride turns. Once you have Force 2 marker on your Vanguard and you start flipping crits, you can send your opponent from 2-3 to 6 straight away. So 4 premium ones, 4 premium 2021s that just help us stride. 4 of last year's premium ones that just helps us give power and soul, and then just 4 of any vanilla crits since we don't have a premium crit as an effect yet. So all these provide nice shield. Like I was considering playing draws in places of this, but I found decking out a bit too much of an issue. So 12 crits is the way to go for me. And to round it off, we have 4 heals, so it helps us G-Guard. Our Stride is, Chain Anchor is GB free, so if you do go first and you open a G-Guard, you can make a Chain Anchor live with the Guard Restrict. Now moving on to grade 4s or our Gzone. So the main board that came out this year to help the deck is I play 4 Dark Dragon, Chain Anchor Dragon. So what it does is basically act once per turn, you flip a copy of anything in a Gzone and it copies your heart card. So what it means by heart card is your Claret Sword Dragon. So when you stride over it, you basically just take all the abilities of the Claret Sword Dragon. So what that means is we have access to a restanding stride, which we can stride into 4 times if we do have the right amount of grade 1s for Claret skill. Then once you hit GB3, if you have 3 or more grade 1s on field, which is very easy with this deck, every time your opponent wants to guard from his or her hand, they have to drop 3 cards. So it makes it very hard to perfectly guard this, since it requires 4 cards from hand. Moving on, I played a 1 more Festa. This is my first stride if I go second, if I lose dice roll. So what it does is basically counterblast 1, retire 2 rearguards, draw 2 cards, and all your triggered units are regarded as grade 1 in drop zone for that turn. And Ritual 10, so basically it means Ritual 10 meaning you need 10 grade 1s in drop zone. All your front row units get 15,000 power and are critical. And your opponent must call 2 or more cards from hand to guard with them. So very nice card. So early game, if you do have the 7, but you don't want to restand, or you feel like the guard strict you need the guard strict next turn, I will go into this, and then you usually would have 10 by then. Next, everything else is kind of filler in this Gzone. I do play 2 Dragobus. If you are out of counterblast or it's hitting very late game, he does hit bigger power on GB3, or you need to make a field as well. So it's still a nice card to have. Doesn't cost any counterblast, which is deck. If your opponent tries to punish you without counterblast, you can always win the Dragobus. Next round, I still run 2 Diablo. So Diablo, people sometimes forget about it and they just lose, because especially with Force 2 now, since you swing for 38, yeah, 38 with 3 damage, 3 crits. So you'll forget. They might not be able to guard this, because your opponent can't guard from hand. They did not retire 2 or more. If they did not retire 2 rear guards. And rounding off the last stride, I play the Ultima, just in case sometimes you do have the persona for it. You can stack 2 crits on top and then make all your lanes go lethal. Next, we go to G Guardians. I play 2 Plotmaker Dragon. Basically, 25k G Guardian if you have Ritual 3, which is very easy in this deck. Then I play 1 Dragwiser Bronarch. So what he does is, when it's placed, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck and call all of the grade 1 cards. So it's a mandatory call. And then I'll put the rest of the bottom of the deck in order. So she combos very nicely with the grade 1 Sentinel, since this doesn't need to be placed from hand. So if you call it for her effect, you can activate this effect of PG, basically. It's very nice. She also helps set up the drop zone for grade 1s, and I like G-Gunning with her first because it allows me to go into Chain Anchor as my first stride. Very nice card. Next we play 1 Darkveil Dragon. So basically, when it's placed, you soul blast 1, and it gets 5,000 for every 2 grade 1 cards in your drop zone. So the later the game goes, the more grade 1s you have in drop. If you didn't bind too many grade 1s, this shield is pretty big as well. For this G-Guardian, Jolito, she has to flip a G-Guard to activate and be on GB1. But you choose 2 grade 1s and move them up. So any excess in the main sword breakers, 5k rear guards, you just move them up. So 15, 25, 35k shield. And you draw 1 if you move 2 or more. If you move 2 cards. It's very nice. Helps you filter. And then lastly, I play the Ractome, just to filter. It's a very niche, helps you get, it's a very niche card because it doesn't give shield dagger, which is very, how do I say it? It's very important in Premium to guard big, because Premium has a lot of big lanes these days. But it helps you ditch a grade 1 and hopefully draw better shield, or even ditch grade 2s and grade 3s, because they don't offer that much shield value. Yeah, so that's my Claret Sword Dragon deck profile. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and comment on what decks you would like to see. Thank you.